Hey guys, turn this light up. Much better. How's everybody doing? What do we got? Sally, have to get some sleep. Oh, Chris, sorry, I'm gonna miss you. Watched all the actors so far, and there have been mixed reactions. But one thing I heard that I take exception to is that this is a mainstream. If that is the case, then I would be very interested to hear all these other metal bands that sound like this. Marty Metal, what's up, dude? How are you? Should we start with you, Marty? What'd you think, man? I even took notes this time. James, what's up, brother? You loved it. Okay. James, we agree? Best one so far. No way. Okay. I'm a little surprised. Now, I'm going to say I did. I liked it. I liked it. So I did have a couple comments. I wanted to see what you guys felt, of course. So I think it could have used a live drummer. I think it would have been cool to have the guitar, the bass, and stuff live with them. It would have given you more go. That was my real big comment. It's not what they expected. You know what's interesting? I think I might have said that. I might be guilty. I don't know. But no, I don't think I did say that. The thing with Babymetal is I don't know what to expect. And that's what makes the band intriguing to me. That's what I like watching. I've only listened to it 2.5 times, James. I did my initial reaction, then I listened to it once before this, and then I tried to listen to it again, and then I hopped on just to see if there was other thoughts. What I really liked was that swinging camera, super cool. I thought that was awesome. So is to expect the unexpected, and it is. It's part of the allure. It's what makes it sort of fun. So I do agree with you there completely. I just Man, I liked that backing band. Let's bring them out. Let's see. I was waiting for her to like explode with the band coming in and everything. And when they had the digital drums, I'm like, why go that route? So you've got the band guys, use them. So just a thought. Yours is the next reaction I'm going to watch. James, you take your time. It will be there for you. But thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. And every song is different. Yeah, what makes it a bit interesting. So, although one of my favorite bands is AC/DC, and all the people say their songs sound the same, but I don't care. I love them. So, other comments. So, I thought the choreography was just so. I expected more movement. I think I've become accustomed to that. So, that was one of the other downsides. Vocals were on point. I thought she was singing really splendidly. We'll use that adjective. I haven't used that lately. So see. What did you guys think? Does anybody disagree with what I'm saying or agree? Oh, they suck, James. James. We're off to a bad start. I love ACDC too. Yeah, man. But all their songs pretty similar. That's right. That's because it's a great sound. They laugh about it, They don't care either, so it's okay. There's a lot of bands that sound the same. Actors, man, actors are notorious for it. Every movie they're playing the same role, and you're still like, man, that guy's cool. Guy's cool. So you can drink my beer. So let's see what else can we say. So I thought the big thing was I liked her vocals. I thought that was I think that's worth mentioning. She really is a talented singer. So that was good stuff. Did anybody go to the show? because this was a live performance, so uh, possibly somebody was there. I tried to coordinate this one in time for Japan, so you guys are mourning there, so might be at work, but tour de force vocals. Yeah, see, I agree, Marty. It was good stuff. I actually haven't released it yet, but I just reacted to the song "The One." I was kind of going through my catalog to see, if there's any whole stuff I didn't get the chance to see, and I never reacted to that one. And to compare this, because I literally watched it, I liked this a lot better than the one, and I thought it was a lot more special. I don't know, there was something more to it. Yeah, for sure. So I know Mike, who might jump on. He did go. It would be interesting to hear from people who were at the show. Julianne, what's up? Who who saw it live. Did the video take away from the live performance? Did it add it? Was a little bit separate? That would be a really cool take. I'd love to hear that. That'd be neat. All right, what do you got, Julian? For me, the first listen, I wasn't too sure. So I think I was more sure than unsure. I think I liked it a little bit more, but I wasn't like in love. So after two or three listens, I like it. Yeah, the vocals are killer. I agree. When they play live and there is a solo, they usually spotlight the musicians. I get it, but that song would have been perfect for a drummer to just be destroying the drum set while they were performing. It would have hyped you more, man. You would have been in the vibe immediately because it would have been cool. It would have been really cool. So, and they can still do that. There's no reason not to, but it would be neat. They can take this song in different directions and play a little bit if they had wanted to. Great song. Our voice is awesome. Okay, Deer Killer, right on. It's a good song, nothing spectacular. All right, this is from radio. No solos in these newer songs. Right. So was it you who wrote that earlier? Because I saw that. And it's true. I didn't even pick up on that. There hadn't been a solo yet in the new releases. How come? Hey, from Japan, what's up? TM Metal, thank you. So I read that in the comments and I went, God, how did I not notice that? Because it's true. So what is the lack of solos? And then people were saying that they felt this was a straight pop song. And I didn't get that feeling. I didn't think it was a straight pop song at all. So Divine Attack and Monochrome hit right away for me. The third took a couple listens to actually get. L&D hit right away. Cool. Okay. They haven't released an official live video since Road of Resistance, which is very cool. I'm going to be intrigued to see how this tour goes. It's going to be a very big tour. There's huge amount of money in all of this set stuff. They've got to tour quite a while to get that money back. So it's going to be a really massive tour. So I think for fans like us, we'll get to see maybe even them a couple times. So I think Bandmate and yeah, absolutely agree. I think so too. Although I didn't love that new Bandmate release. Not to change the subject, and we don't have to, but I don't know. I didn't fall in love with that track, and I want to. I like them a lot too. I thought the Love Bites one was pretty cool, but there's a few older songs that took a few listens to get. Yava, Awadama Fever, and Linne all took some time. It's Linne, right? I remember pronouncing that wrong. It's okay when it takes time. I remember for me, oh, you're right. See, I got it wrong again. Sorry, James. I don't know. Every time. There says the mark of these reactors, we get it wrong every single time. Ine. Yeah, I said it totally wrong. I remember. I heard that a recent magazine interview kind of hinted at more tour dates. There's going to be a ton of tour dates. They've sunk a lot of money. They have to do it. Those thrones things they were sitting on, dude, that's bank. So I heard that I mean, not to be like logistical about it, but they would have to, unless none of the tour dates sell, which is not going to happen. It's not. But what you can tell is based off of the amount of money put into the sets, they're making a big push on this. They're trying to really get into that elite section of touring. And this isn't like this isn't a vibe, a personal thing. This is straight money. So they have to do quite a few dates to be able to recoup what they've put into it. US tour would be awesome, and I would be surprised if that did not happen. I'll put it that way. I'd be very, very, very surprised. And there's a lot of touring going on, so that's coming up and stuff. So I've actually got a cool guy coming on next week. You guys are gonna really dig it. I don't want to blow the surprise, but it's gonna be really neat. And they're about to go out on tour. What state am I in? I am in California, brother. The song, Ine, I only like the 2015 Yokohama version. Okay. At its base, while I do enjoy them and good music too, it's still J-pop factory group. They focus is on the girls, Sue and Moa, and they took away solo intros in 2017. In 2019, they added masks to the band. Okay, so I didn't get the same J-pop factory vibe. Now, I've been reading that in some of the comments, and so I know that most of the people do. Even the Discord that I follow had said it again and again, but I wasn't seeing straight pop. I wasn't really hearing that. So it's a surprising reaction to me. What's up, Ryu? This song, live version, will fire. Queen Sue, voice like the light. Yeah, her voice was just killer. They have been known to spend a fortune on one or two shows and then never use the props again. Really? So that surprises me, man. That's tough to do. I hope that's not the case, though, Marty. Max, I knew that was you. When I didn't see your name first, I saw Ragala, and I'm like, oh, it's gotta be Max. What's up, Max? It's good to see you. I've been doing some of these weird bands that you pick, man. I've been doing them, and I hate to say I like them. That Hagane, whatever, was amazing. Like really, really good. If you guys haven't heard of that band, check that reaction video out. They're really, really talented. That was good. I want one of the giant fox heads from Okay, I believe you do. That would be neat stuff, man. I worked for STP. They had these lava lamps that they had done from the tour before me. They were massive, and they just sat in the warehouse. And remember, they were covered with like car covers that were personal that were made for each lava lamp that's like 30-foot tall. And I just remember thinking, what are you gonna do with those? I think they did auction them off. I don't know. They're probably in Vegas somewhere. It is true. What do you do with all this stuff? There's like warehouses and warehouses of all this stuff. L&D, pretty good in my opinion. It straight made me cry when I heard it the first time. That's cool, Ryu. It's so sad for me, and I don't know why. Maybe you don't need to know why. It just hit a nerve. It's mark of a good song. That's cool. They spent a ton of Budokan 10 years ago, and we'll never see that stage again. It's in a warehouse somewhere. I hopefully Babymetal come to the US tour soon. I sure hope so. And it's true, with Bandmate opening up, that would be really amazing. 30-foot lava lamp and a bag of weed. Yeah. The lava lamps were cool. They were straight lava lamps, man. They were huge. I wanted to get one. I don't know what I'd do with it. I think my neighbors would complain. The only place you could put it would be in the backyard. Like, what are you doing? But you know how much it costs to store all this stuff? And when are you going to use the exact same thing you had? I mean, you could do like a Kiss commemorative tour, and it'll be fun. But other than that, I mean, so you're going to store it for 15 years? It'd be cheaper just to remake the stuff. That's my beer. that's my beer solution for today. Who's supplying the weed, James? That's the important part of this thread. We're getting in trouble here. I don't know. I don't know if people even care anymore. All right, so let's see what else do we got. Oh, we got some. The Kami band are contract players, but they're regulars. list names. People are familiar with them, maybe start getting too much attention. So reel to back some. I really hope that's not the case, radio, because they're so talented, and I think they really added a lot to the tracks. They're fun to watch. They have good stage presence. Like they knew their place. They stayed behind physically, but the instruments came up front, and I hope to see them a lot more. Metal Hall of Fame. I don't know. I don't like all this Hall of Fame stuff personally. I think they're all just commercials, whatever, but my opinion. After Mikio passed, I'm gonna botch these up. I sorry. Isao basically took his place more. Yeah, someone had to. It's very tragic, very sad that he passed away. When I had Froggy on, he was telling me what a cool guy he was. Sorry, Froggy was the tour manager of Corn, and I had him, or is, and I had him on here, and he's a great guy. It was entertaining. They had the moving stage at the Forum in LA in 2019. So when they get a little bigger, they can take a big stage on an arena tour. Yeah, it's just expensive to do. I think they're going to make the plunge and do it. I do. So, but I hope as well. So that does change things. Maybe Love Bites too. You could do a Love Bites Babymetal. I think that bandmate would fit better just because I don't know. I just think the vibe's closer, my opinion. Typically, these stages would be construction on site and not shipped around. No, they're probably meant to be shipped around. So that's it. They break down, and you got to put them in road cases and everything, and you got to upkeep them. So that used to be my job as what we call a carpenter. So a carpenter on the road is not necessarily a guy with a hammer, though I did have a hammer. It's mostly taking stuff down and putting it back up and trying to make it all look the same as it did the night before for the audience members to enjoy the show. Now, music videos and stuff would be on site and they wouldn't really move. Baby metal stuff is in a museum or something. I don't know if it's in the Metal Hall of Fame. Don't know where their stuff is. Where are I, sound guy? That's why I bag on sound guys on here. Sound guys and lighting guys. We give each other a hard time. But no, I don't have the ears. I'm pretty deaf now. I went out with some music dudes or some sound dudes a few weeks ago. One of them being that guy Froggy, actually, and I was the deafest one at the table. I felt bad, but it's because sound guys always have their ears in. So I felt pretty bad. I'm pretty deaf. So interesting. It's like moving Roombas like that. Or a throne of swords can actually be reused reasonably easily, not easily, but perhaps not the huge fox walls. So that was one of the comments I made funny. Those huge thrones would be a nightmare. What was intriguing to me is they're very tall. Because they're so tall, couldn't fit them in a truck. So how do they break down? How does that happen? Because moving around every day destroys stuff. And so it's a pain in the butt to keep making it look good. So I would be intrigued to see, very, very intrigued to see how that set breaks down for a fast, quick loadout. Loadout means when we put the stuff away to get going. I remember Iron Maiden in 1985. Yeah, taking the Egyptian stage all over the world. Yeah, super cool stuff. Out of the Japanese bands, don't you think that Love Bites has ever? Oh, I don't think that Love Bites has ever played in the U.S. aside from Midori playing guitar at NAMM. About time they come. Midori fears the USA crime. Is that true? Come on. Got it. Thanks very much for the insight about moving props around. No problem. They seem quite unwieldy to build. They can be, but the intent is to make it quick, and it's actually a lot of thought process put into making these things movable. And what we have are how many carpenters will go on set to build a set like that, because things have to have I'm not about a rush, but they got to move quickly because the show has to be on at a certain time. So how it will work is, depending on how the stage is set up, you can't put the sound guys, the instruments and whatnot on the stage until they've put the dance surface or whatever. So you'll have guys just sitting there waiting for you, often impatiently, because they want to finish their jobs too. And so there's quite a bit that goes into it. I hope you'll be a roadie for Bandmate. Oh, I don't think they would hire me. I don't know how good I would be anymore. I haven't toured in a while, but that would be cool. That'd be a luxury. But they do have that young lady who's there's Roadie, and she kicks butt. Someone actually sent me some videos of her where she was sound checking, so it was cool. So I would hope that they keep her around for a long time. Love Bites and Baby Metal live in concert. There you go, all three, one and one. Alan, that would be amazing. Four new songs. What's been my favorite single thus far? Hmm. It wasn't this one, it was the last one. I think that was my favorite. But again, it was the stage show, dude. The lights crisscrossing was awesome. And then that hallway of like lighting. So I was super impressed with the LD. I know it's, it's supposed to be the whole performance, but when you've worked a little bit in it, you really notice things are above and beyond. And that was really pretty neat. Um, the Kitsune hands and katanas screw out of the base. They could ship the throne to Europe. Yeah, they probably do unscrew and they have numbers on them. And so the numbers correlate to each piece. And then they probably have road cases where each piece fits into. But it can take a while to put all that together. How much of the lighting show is done in real time and how much was pre-programmed before? A lot of it is pre-programmed before. That's the point, is to pre-program as much as you possibly can. Now, that being said, I'm a bit of a dinosaur. I haven't toured since 2006, and things have changed a lot. However, my thought is that it would still be the same. You pre-program so that there's not too much stuff, what we call on the fly. And on the fly means you're just going for it for whatever reason. For Bandmaid's new song, it wasn't bad, but it felt like the guitar solo seemed out of place or pushed in. It just didn't flow. I really agree. I know it just didn't hit me. I was surprised that was the song they pushed for the release. Bandmaid's very, I think, what's the word? Not particular, but where you really care about everything you got. You know, you put time into it. A perfectionist, and I didn't think that was very perfect. I don't know. I didn't. It just didn't get me. I didn't like it as much. I love Bandmaid's acoustic stuff. I wish they would do more of that. It's so good. So not for this show necessarily, of course, just how you guys did it in the past with lights. So yeah, with the lighting, most of the time they spend quite a bit of time and they program it into the console and then you go on the fly. Now things can change in a performance. If somebody drops a microphone and things have to be delayed, so a solo comes in, whatever, the guy has to jump in and make that work so that everything stays in sequence. So even if you have a program, you're not just there sleeping, you're just babysitting a little more. But I was never an LD. The LD is a lighting designer. He's the guy who stands there. I tried it a couple times. It's actually the opening chapter of my book, and I am the worst one in history. I did a terrible job. I actually made the entire house, which is the venue, black. It wasn't supposed to be black. I couldn't figure out how to turn the lights on. I did the worst job ever. So, so there you go. That being said, I might not be the best one to gauge, but I'm fairly accurate to help you out there. They're not big enough. I love Babymetal, but out of Japan, they can rarely pull off more than 5,000 seats. Sorry, but it's the truth. They did not sell out the forum, and their popularity is less now. It wanes, but with a new album, you know, you just need one hit and boom, you go. But touring is hard now. During COVID, everybody stayed home, which means there's a lot of tours that are going out right now. That means a lot of competition. You guys, us fans, we only have so much money. That means we're going to be picky about who we go to see. Would you go see Paul McCartney or would you see Babymetal? You know, so these are difficult things that these promoters and stuff have to deal with, and the bands, they got to pay their bills. Bills didn't stop just because of problems. And so it's going to be interesting to see. I think you're going to see amazing bills, just incredible stuff that would never be put together. I can't believe that many awesome bands are on one bill. That's what's going to happen. All right, what do we got here? Well, Moa sweet talked Darth Vader into becoming a commie guitarist. Why can't Sue call up Joaquin to add a moving stage to the Sabaton set? I don't know. Aside from Los Angeles, Wembley, and a show in Thailand, Baby Metal stages are more simple at smaller venues. So what that means is they bring a smaller crew out with them because of expenses. Every guy on the road is very expensive to have there, man. The bus is expensive. The gasoline is expensive. The hotel rooms are expensive. The flights are expensive. Now, if you're in Japan, you got to fly everybody home to Japan. This is big money stuff. So what they would do is bring what we call a skeleton crew, which is fewer people just to get it all handled, and you're not able to do as much stuff. So I would argue that not selling out the Forum was partly due to them having so many other shows at the same time in the US. If that was the only show offered, I think it would. So that's what I'm saying here with the competition. I mean, Paul McCartney and Ringo just announced they're going to be doing songs with the Rolling Stones. I mean, if they toured together, I mean, whoa, good luck to anybody else. It becomes hard. There's only so many venues, there's only so much stuff. So, and then to keep doing little tours, you're not making any money. It's hard to grow. You're not growing big audiences. It's difficult. It's a grind. So, sorry, I'm going to skip a couple of these because we're cruising now. So, Babymetal could sell out an arena in Sydney and Melbourne. Oz is way more into Japanese culture. It's true. The people in Oz are, I'm not going to give them too much credit, these Aussies. I got a lot of Aussie friends. But yes, they have refined taste when it comes to Japanese metal. Babymetal live is amazing. Lucky you. I would like to see them. Cool, but that's what Froggy told me. He said watching them every night was amazing, so it was cool. So that's the point. They can do one big show in a country, and people will come from all over. But then they have all kinds. But then they have kind of exhausted their audience. Maybe, maybe not. If you love a band, you don't mind seeing them repeatedly. The difficult part is exhausted a 5,000 seater, exhausted a 10,000 seater, exhausted a 20,000 seater. There's differences here. So, Wonderland is a mellower band-made song, but one of my favorites. Cool, Max. Yeah, oh yes, it's Japan in an island. Everywhere to go is a process. Tough. So I've been to every state. I've played shows and pretty much, or I've worked at shows in every state pretty much, but Hawaii. Reason why is getting to Hawaii, big money. Same reason. So as they might bring a core Japanese crew with them and supplement that with a local crew. We usually have local crews, just so you know, like we always do, actually. Like 50% Japanese and 50% local. That well, it's not that easy, funny, because you have unions. So in a lot of these houses, the places that you perform at, you're required to use the locals. So there's always locals around, and the locals are quite competent depending on what city you're in. And so we absolutely rely on those locals to get everything on the stage and get going. I hope that answers that okay. If there's more to it, just say it. I'll try to elaborate. They undersold the floor and there were tons of open seats. What, at that show that we just watched the video to, Jim? I saw them 3 times in 2019. See, there you go. So people will continue to come, but I don't know if it would be lots and lots and lots of people. I've done tours like that. I toured with the Cranberries, and in the United States, I would crawl up into the truss every night. That's the metal beams at the top, and I'd push down the audience lights. I push them down because there's nobody in the back of the audience, and so things will change based off of attendance. Now, when we were outside of the country, the Cranberries were just huge. Everybody loved them. So radio play, I don't know what it could be. Yes, totally agree. Watch Babymetal live or listens to studio versions on YouTube is a totally different story. It is a totally different story. Seeing a band live, I think, is what absorbs you into liking them, to loving them, and to wanting to listen to their new music with the intent of maybe to go see them live. So I think that's an important part of the process. Funny. Oh, definitely not doubting the competence of the locals. Sometimes you should. But like I would expect the light show to mostly be pre-programmed by the original Japanese text, perhaps, since that's complex to communicate. I believe, no, I think I spoke to their sound guy who was American. So I don't know if I think you're right. I think their LD is Japanese, actually. And boy, is he talented. I really love their light show. For me, it's something I look at a show. We would argue on stage, again, friendly, but do you go to see a show or do you go to listen to a show? And that's the argument between the lighting and the sound dudes. The last US tour was 1,000 to 3,000 seat venues, except for LA. See, that's not a lot. That's not a lot. So USA is always a little behind when it comes to foreign music. A little? Jeez. We're a lot. We're really, really a lot. Which has been what's so fun about all this is exploring all this really great music that nobody knows about. I'm having a ball, and then I've been bringing on my friends in the industry, like, "Hey, you guys want us to listen to something cool?" So it's part of the fun for me because I would not have known about these bands if it wasn't for people like Max and guys like you telling me stuff to check out. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it because this is fun, and I feel like a kid again listening to all this fantastic music. And I do. I think it's fantastic. I love it. Even the song today, even if you do not love it, it's very good. It's very good. And that's important. Well, to a music lover. Well, that was the Metal Galaxy Tour. So they were about as well known as they've ever been. Yeah. Even that Stephen Colbert had them play Gimme Chocolate when Karate was charting. Yeah, and they can get more shows and stuff if they come this way. Sorry, beer break. It's also something to note. It's very difficult to stay relevant through a longer period of time. As the girls are growing older, can they still? And I understand. I don't know the ins and outs, but I understand the foxhole and some of the meaning behind baby metal. But as the girls grow older, it's going to change the vibe. Of their movements, of how they act, and how they interact with one another and with you as the audience members. So as that evolves, as it changes, you have to keep your audience engaged or they move on to somebody else. So that's tricky. And that's something that I'm intrigued to see how they start to handle. I'd love to see a big show, but I'm resigned that I will have to go to Japan to do it. I'm in. Who's paying? Let's go, Jim. Let's go check it out. We'll give them pointers, man. Actually, I wouldn't. I'd probably just be partying the whole time. I'd be terrible. Like, what happened to Joel Roadie? He's drunk again at a sushi bar. One day. As far as the USA being a little behind, I am surprised by it. We have so much ability here in the United States to listen to other stuff, radio stations and TV stations, and communication is so easy here. How come we don't know more stuff? I don't understand why people here don't want to be more diversified in their musical interests. And and so that's why this has been kind of a luxury for me. I want to see Asterism. Oh yeah, I would go. Jim, we're doing this. The Asterism would be great. Incredibly talented. Three little girls in cute outfits with a band dressed like dead people behind them playing hard metal. So radio, that was the first instinct of what the hell am I watching? And then it wasn't too long until like whatever it is, though, it sure is good. But yeah, it did take a couple seconds for me to like, huh? I only started listening to all of J Metal about 3.5 months ago. So I had heard of X Japan, and that was it. But I had never listened to them. The Wagaki band, too. I'd love to see them. I mean, we could go on forever on stuff like this, but the Wagaki band are really, really good musicians, man. Yeah, I would think that what's going on now are the camp, the baby metal camp, are probably trying to put together tours with some other acts. That's what I think you'll find is going on. Argentina could sell out a huge arena of baby metal. They could. South America loves metal music. They really do, and they're such a great audience. RHD. A lot of people have a what the fuck entry to baby metal. Wagaki are bad. Should um, yeah, it was, but it's intriguing. It made me want to see more and understand what I was watching. It wasn't like, did you guys see that one I did yesterday? The reaction video where the guy married Huguni Maki? Maki. It was sent to me just to watch, but I was like, I gotta react to this because I just watched like 1 second of it. I'm like, no, no, this is too good. But the guy married a hologram, so that you kind of watch like, ha ha ha. Although the guy seemed like an okay dude, I kind of felt bad for him. But with bandmate, but with baby metal, it was a totally different vibe. It was a vibe of like, man, this is a really good. Sorry, what else do we got here? Let's start a business organizing music tours to Japan. They already got it going on, I'm sure. Amuse loves the idea of sold out shows, so they play a lot of smaller venues to ensure that they sell out. Also, it's the promoters and what the promoters pick up. So a promoter is a numbers game. They're not going to take big risks. It can be a very costly risk. And so selling out is a lot better than half sold. So Baby Metal's Mexico show was pretty big. Yeah, that would have been a cool show. Two young women with a light show and synth sounding music and a hidden band. So which would get more attention? Sorry, let me reread that. Well, radio, I think I mean I that's what I was saying. I would prefer if they had had a drummer there with them. I think it would have had a bigger impact. Rock in Rio would be madness. Rock in Rio is crazy. I did work Rock in Rio with Guns N' Roses. They performed for 270,000 documented people, and it was insane, insane. A lot of fun. Hi, radio. You're one of the guys that got me started. Hey, right on, man. Angra from Brazil. I remember you mentioning that, Max. The Baby Metal concept album, the other one. Are you ready to pre-order it? I don't know. Have you guys pre-ordered it? Is it open for pre-order? I think it is, right? So what do you guys think the next song will be that they release? Chill or a banger? What do you think? Because this one was a little bit more chill. So you think chill? See, I think it's going to be an intense one. Pre-ordered a long time ago, yeah. It's expected to be the last song. Okay. Which was already played at the show. Cool. So how many of you guys are on the Discord that I'm in? Is it a lot of you guys? You'll be the legend, and that's what they play live. Would I go see Dimash? Are you asking me, Max? I.e., they currently already revealed 5 of the new songs in the live shows. What up, guy? Are you ignoring all of my recommendations? Uh-oh, crazy. Now because you didn't get the views from Guitar Wolf. Guitar Wolf was awesome. Melt Banana, not so much. I didn't like it. I just brought them up as casual conversation. Don't hold that against me. I definitely hold it against you, crazy. No, no, hit me with stuff. I say always just keep Kevin, what's up? I keep saying just keep throwing them out there and I will. Trust me. Take the Max attack. Max keeps saying it and I try and hit those. I really did like Guitar Wolf like a lot. I thought it was super awesome. As you know, I didn't like Melt Banana, but can't like everything. But no, Guitar Wolf was cool, man. Very cool. So Light and Darkness did not impress you, Croker. So how come, Croker? What was missing? What did you feel was a loss there? So far, 4 out of 5 fit this model. Okay. Hi, radio. I'm seeing Nemophila in LA and then Texas. Nice. I love Nemophila. If you guys haven't noticed, like pretty much anybody I bring on, I'm like, I bring them on to check out Nemophila. I don't know. I just love the ladies' energy, the smiles and the laughter, and they're so good. I think Nemophila is really neat. That's one thing. With Baby Metal not doing meet and greets and not being as accessible, is that detracting any of you as a fan because you're unable to engage with them as much as you would like? It's a fun question. Time Wave is a banger. Metalism is kind of Egyptian vibes, and Maya is definitely a banger. Okay, then check out that Sleepy Time Gorilla Museum link in the Guitar Wolf comments. You probably won't get views from that one, but it's pretty good. All right, crazy. I've got like 4 days worth of stuff I've got to catch up on, but I'll see what I can do, my friend. I'll throw you a shout out. It's too mellow. I didn't hate it though. Monochrome and Metal Kingdom were great. I agree. I thought Metal Kingdom was like really cool. I really liked that a lot. In April, they will again though the lighting show and everything, but Metal Kingdom was cool. In April, they will officially announce the third member. It should be Momoko, who has been the only remaining Avenger since 2020. I'd be surprised if it's someone else. Okay, we'll see. We'll see if you're Sherlock Holmes. I think we all went to see more of them out of character. At the same time, I think the mystery also makes each performance appearance feel more special and powerful. Do you? Okay. So I tend to agree, and I think that's what they're trying for. But I like people to engage when they can. Now there is stuff out there. I found interviews and stuff. I'm actually got it set up here to do an interview reaction, so I can get to know the ladies a little bit better. But it seems that's what they've tried to put. And also, they might just like their privacy a little bit. Those are songs on the new album, right, Marty? Cool. Russ, Joel, you need to check out Tamu Misaki and Waka Zaimon doing Wherever You Are. Okay. In my opinion, this song is arguably the best vocal performance from Sue out of any song. Wow, that's a bold statement. That's interesting. Okay. Waka was in high school when she recorded it. It's not Waka. That sounds awful, huh? Was it Waka? Here, let me write it down because I won't remember. Wherever you are. Sorry, guys. Wherever you are, Waka. Hey, don't know how much you're into movies or video games, but have you seen the trailer for the new Terrace movie? It looks fascinating, the most interesting thing that come out of Hollywood in years. No, crazy, I have not. I'm not a huge movie goer, more of a music guy. I don't know, I like my music. I don't even have a TV in my house, and everybody hates coming here because they can't watch football. But I don't like football, so I don't care. It would be cool if they have been filming stuff behind the scenes for a documentary someday. Yeah, but I don't think they are. Okay. It would be cool. It's always nice to know get to know people a little better, kind of see what they're like. If you do see an interview or something and the person's awesome, you just like them better. So it helps. So, but different tactics. I was going to head to the Nemophila Houston show. I'm in Florida. Wow, that's far. But due to scheduling, I can't make it. Yeah, that's a trek. I've got to dip. Thanks so much for the live chat. Funny, good chatting with you. I learned a lot. You, yeah. Oh, okay, cool. You really shine in the Q&A format, Joel. Thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate the insights, which doesn't always come out in your reactions. Yeah, I kind of go through them a little quicker, but maybe I'll keep doing these live things. And you're always welcome to ask questions. I'll do my best to answer them. Tachibana High School Marching Band. Okay. They have several interviews coming out soon, and yes, they value their privacy over celebrity. I had a feeling. Thank the Fox God. Yeah, and the privacy is important. Celebrity cannot necessarily be what you want in life. It's tough when you want to go out and get a sandwich and everybody's hounding you. I would personally, I'd hate that if I just wanted to hang out and catch up with an old friend. So I'll see you in Houston radio. Cool. I hope you two have fun. I can't wait to hear the whole album and see this live. Like what I was hearing so far, Light and Darkness was cool. So seeing Moa singing, I bet it's going to be awesome live, Joe. I hope you get to make it to the show. Jeff, a new member is speculating about some cryptic stuff. I expect something less obvious from Babymetal. Okay. Max, meet and greet fans all over say that bandmate Nemophilia, and Love Bites are way prettier in person. Wow, they're pretty on there too. Hey, Professor. Thank you, man. Appreciate you supporting me. That's actually really nice of you. Thank you, man. Prettier in person. I don't know. I think they're pretty. They're quite pretty already. I don't know. They're splendid. They're really great. So, what do we got here? I saw this recent Nightwish GLS reaction. Clue me in. I don't know GLS. I'm just being honest. I don't know what that. Good luck, Sam. From a Midwest mom and daughter. Okay, that's cool. The fans crucified. Oh no, this normie mom for continually comparing Nightwish and Florida Evanescence. Oof. Yeah. Ooh. I mean, that's just a lack of knowledge in music, in my opinion. I would not, one of the things is people don't like comparison. If your favorite band is Baby Metal, you don't want me to compare them to like Love Bites. You'll be like, what? Just because they're Japanese? I mean, where did you even get that from? So Evanescence comparing to Nightwish, I laugh because I just don't really I just don't really hear it other than Amy Lee is an amazing vocalist. Um, but Floor's clearly better. I don't know. I shouldn't say they're both very, very, very amazing. Okay, they're both amazing. But no, I don't see the initial bond. But if it's what they know, it's what they know. They are good acts. So what do we got? Baby Metal has done many interviews over the year, many in Japan. They're on YouTube, translated to English. So I have checked out one, and I've got loaded up here the Wikipedia Fact or Fiction. So I'm going to be watching that tomorrow. I'm eager to do so. So Tamu also does a song with Lady Beard. It's really fun, and Tamu sings great. You know what? That might be cool. I'll give that a go. Lady Beard, Tamu. Professor, so what's your thoughts, man? Did you like the Baby Metal song? The last real interview I saw was with Sue on her graduation from SG. I don't know the Sakura Gakuen. I got it. She talked about how Sue. You guys would be like, I've done 80 friggin' videos. You should know it. But anyway, I'm proud of myself here. I'm not that bright. She talked about how Sue Metal was a persona that she put on, and she talked about her in the third person. That's interesting. So it's a character, almost like Ziggy Stardust or something to her. Hmm, that's kind of neat. But it's a different way of looking at it. So I wonder if she puts on her garb and changes her mentality, like an actor would. Because I know what Ziggy Stardust David Bowie did. So quite intriguing. Also Alice Cooper. So hi Max. Yeah, Tamu and Lady Beard is a trip. I will give that a go. See, Max, I'm gonna do a song for you. I'm gonna do a song, and one guy's gonna even listen to it. It's gonna be amazing. She also talked about commuting from Hiroshima to Tokyo and that she has a brother, etc. Oh, okay, good to know her. I know she has a sister too. I got to watch some of those performances. It was cool. Evanescence Talk Crazy. What do we got? Is a front woman with a goth style. Floor is a front woman with a goth style. Hence the comparison to normies. I don't know. I mean, they wear the same outfit, is what you mean. If the look is the same, it's that black leather look. But I don't hear the similarities in their voices. I would assume that Amy Lee is also classically trained, but I'm unaware. So we could read up on that. I don't know. If I was to do a comparison, I think I would lose favor with a lot of people of like, huh? I think it's a stretch. So Baby Metal is a manufactured group act, handpicked, trained, music pre-written, and controlled PR. Nemophilia is an organic group who got together on their own, are independent, and they interact with fans. Fair enough, but they're different groups with different things. I mean, the Baby Metal ladies started with the camp young, and so they were groomed for it. There were also performers. I think that the dancing is amazing. The choreography is well done. So I kind of almost look at it like a little bit of Motown, even that they're just putting things together to be, I'm not going to say palatable, they're better than palatable, but something that we would react to and enjoy. For me, I think it's very successful. I like what they've done. So Suzuka has two sisters and no brother, I saw. Okay. Check out YouTube, Spoony Metal. All mistranslated interviews. Oh, okay. Is it intentional? They're joking around. If any new Baby Metal fans in chat, there's about 40 minutes of content. I'm not sure if they're reactable though. Okay. Crazy. Exactly. It's a shallow comparison. Yeah, I think but it's some lady in the Midwest with her daughter, probably just having a bit of fun. But yeah, I wouldn't put it on a high level of musicality. So be fun to see them talk to each other and see if they dig each other's music. That might be fun, right? I can link it in the interview. Yeah, go for it, Jim. Uh, she says specifically that she has a brother. Yeah, throw it in there. Let's see if anybody wants to check it out. I'm in for a treat with Lady Beard. Okay, so they're more well known than I realized. So, okay, I'm in. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it then. Hey, Russ, can you get Joel to react to that video? Max, what are you doing to me, Max? How do I block this guy? Marty, the same way Batman sees the bat signal, Suzuka and Moa see the fox signal when they transform into Su Metal moment. Yeah, very nice analogy. That was cool. That was cool. I can. You should do the reactions with me, Marty. That was good, man. I can link the Tamu Ladybeard by. You probably should watch the original Lady Baby first. Can I get some support? Hmm. All right, I'll write it down only if you get support. All right, I'm out. Dude, radio, it was good chatting with you, man. Hope to see you again on one of these soon. We got about 10 more minutes, too, guys. So tell me, play drums for the Nikon Ote band. Girls dancing and singing. Oh, neat. Nippon Manju is the ideal entry to Lady Baby. See, I don't know Lady Baby either. All right, hold on. Lady Baby. I disagree with manufactured. I disagree too. I think there's a lot of talent there. Manufactured to me sounds like an assembly line, and I just don't like that idea in music. It takes every part to make something that's great. And even let's just say you don't like baby metal. I mean, look at the success they have, and look at how individual the music is. Look at the grandiose stage play. It's worth spending a little bit of time to at least try. Koba came up with the whole idea. It's amazing too. Very talented dude. Kind of neat. Glad it worked out. Although Mini Patty should be more popular. That should have gone much bigger because that stuff's great. Thanks to Kevin. Kevin clued me in on Mini Patty. I like Mini Patty. It's kind of cool stuff. Might be listening to it tonight again. For me, Lady Beard is interesting first watch for the shock value, maybe. Beyond that, not so much. Just my opinion. Okay, we'll see. Thank God someone put Baby Metal together. The writing is exceptional. Yeah. Sue's father was a drummer in a band called Hooligans. Cool. Didn't know that. We'll have to check out some Hooligans. All right, Jim, what do we got? I see them as more in the mold of country music in the United States. Many artists have no fixed band and do not write their own music, yet they're still talented and a lot of people enjoy it. Yeah, of course. They have writing workshops because, as a guy who wrote bit of lyrics, I'm no great songwriter, but it all comes from that, man. You've got to have good lyrics, in my opinion, to make a great song. So I guess unless it's a solo, unless there's no lyrics, I don't know. That profound statement might not have been as profound as I was hoping. Manufacturer would follow a formula aimed at an identified audience. Koba built Baby Metal around Sue's talents. There's no known audience, so it was a passion project. Everything's a risk. It was probably a big risk, so I'm glad it worked out. Back in the day, all the notable musicians had other writing their songs, including Elvis, who also had the Colonel pulling the strings behind him. Of course, yes, many songs. If you guys aren't aware of Dolly Parton and the Elvis thing, it's interesting. She actually refused to give Elvis partial songwriting credit on I Will Always Love You, and that's why Elvis never sang the song. It broke her heart, but she kept the royalties for herself and sang that wonderful song herself. So metal was underground in Japan until Baby Metal kicked the glass ceiling off. And you know what, Marty? That is what happened to me. Yeah, that's what happened. I saw Baby Metal first, and I'm there. Julian, I just saw a video not too long ago, and it's Suzuka and two other girls covering a Mini Patty song. Ooh, you don't say. Julian, send over the goods. Send the goods. We got everybody liking Mini Patty, right? It's so cute. It's so ridiculously cute. So Aldius's drummer is Marina Bazio. Oh, no way. That's interesting. So her mom's not Dale, is it? Dale Bazio? Haters like to say Led Zeppelin wrote very little of their songs. Oh, I don't know about that. No. Uh, let's see. Crazy. Smart Girl. How much money did Dolly make off that song when the movie The Bodyguard came out and Whitney Houston covered it? Astronomical. And covered it so well too, right? I mean, God, I love Dolly Parton though. Have you guys ever heard, speaking of Zeppelin and Dolly Parton, have you ever heard Dolly Parton sing Stairway to Heaven? If you haven't, do it when we get off this thing. So good. There's already a link for Hooligans in my Patreon. All right, Jeff. Post for, oh, sorry, Jeff stopped at the wrong time. All right, Jeff's in my Patreon. Thank you, Jeff. There's already a link for Hooligans in my Patreon. Post for Himika, Nakamoto, and Tween. Music only, no video. Probably not many views for you. I remember you telling me that. I don't think I've clicked on it yet. So I've just been a bit slammed, guys, but I will catch up on everything. So thanks for sending that, Jeff, and I'll give it a go. Dale's her stepfather. So that's okay. So that's not uh oh, what is it? Dale Bosio. I don't know. I'm all messed up. Okay. I'll check your Discord and send the link there. Sounds good, Julian. Appreciate it. It's Joel Roadie. So Dale's her stepfather. Review that Zeppelin Parton video, please. It's pretty awesome. I don't know if it's on YouTube. I'm assuming it is. I'll have to give it a go and check it out. But oh god, just have you heard it, Max? It's seriously incredible. You gotta check it out for real. I can do it, but, well, obviously, I'm like a big deal. I can do it, but yeah, I'll do it. I mean, it's just so good. I won't get a lot of listens. It seems like if I'm not doing Nightwish or J Metal, nobody listens, but it's okay. I don't really care. That was a subunit shuffle at Sakura Gakuen and Marina Ari and Ayaka singing Doki Doki Morning. The Missing Persons, Bazio. Remember when that band, the Mars Volta, such a good band, was blowing up for a hot minute and then they quickly disappeared? I liked them. I wish more reaction channels would give them a shot. They were great musicians. Flea did some stuff with them, which is cool. Well, as we're winding down, does anybody have any final comments? Have I checked out Poppy yet? No, I'm a bad roadie. I have not. Was that one of your requests? I believe I already have, haven't I, Russ? I have to do a quick search on here, but I believe I have, I think. Or you know what? It might be one of the blocked ones. Go look at Sleepy Time Gorilla Museum link in the Guitar Wolf comments. Oh, jeez. All right, crazy. Man, all these instructions. Dale Bosio was Zappa's drummer. I know. He was married to Terry Bosio, who I actually talked to her manager a few days ago. We were talking about her coming on, so it's interesting she comes up today. Who's sudden for Zappa, and they both became Missing Persons. That is correct. That is correct. Missing Persons is a great band. If you guys don't know them, they're awesome. Walking in LA. Nobody walks in LA. So she actually has an album coming out. So you guys can check out her new album if you want to. She was quite the fashion icon as well. So we'll see if we get her on here, huh? I have been a metalhead and music lover for 45 years, and Babymetal is awesome. I agree, Marty. I actually had a guy named Jim Pons on, if you're like a really big Zappa. And I had Amit. I had Amit Zappa on. Amit's one is pretty good. If you guys watched that interview where Amit was drunk before we started the interview, we're all a bit drunk, and it was really fun. We had a good it's enjoyable, you guys. You guys, it's very tangents all over the place. We talked about Joe's garage and random stuff. And then I had a guy named Jim Pons on, who was a bass player for Zappa. He was there when like the building burned down and everything, and he was cool. It's a little slower because Jim is a little older, but yeah, we've done a bit of Zappa stuff on here. So, did you ever see the movie about CGBGs starring Alan Rickman? No, but I'll bet it is good. Alan Rickman was amazing, wasn't he? I should. She, Poppy, okay, I got it right. Played the Grammys this year. I don't know her. Someone compared them to Babymetal several years ago, and I checked her out just now. Oh, just wow. Sorry. Try Concrete. Babymetal's still my favorite though. Okay, I'll try it. Yeah, I've never heard of Poppy. Poppy Concrete Whiskey Dust. All right, guys. Well, we are winding down, and I guess we'll leave it on checking out some Poppy. But I appreciate everybody's time. I look forward to seeing everybody soon. I do hope you guys all liked that track. I thought it was a good one. I'm on board, Jeff. I'm on board. Well, I wish you all a good evening, and thank you for what do they say? Thank you for tuning in. No, in all seriousness, I'll talk to everybody again soon. Was this time good for everybody? I'm trying to find some good times. This I selected because it was 10 a.m. when I started in Japan, whereas the one I did on Monday, I did at 2 p.m. my time, and that was for a European audience. So 10,000 subs by 4th of July, that would be pretty crazy. They're going. The subs are coming. I don't know. So I got to do more of these ones where I bring on buddies. They're a little bit more work for me on the editing end, but they're really fun because I get to react, but also be a little bit more like you guys. I get to look over on the screen and watch them like, you liking this? You liking this? So I enjoy it too. So I do have a couple more people already set up to come on. One is actually a country artist. So that will be entertaining to see what he thinks of J metal. It should be kind of cool. All right, cool. All right, guys. Thank you. I hope everybody has a good morning, day, evening, depending on where you are in the world. And I look forward to talking to everybody soon. I'm going to sign off and go get some dinner. So the algorithms will direct more people to you. It seems to be working. I don't really know. I like doing some of the off the cuff stuff like you're saying, Max, because it gives me more of an appreciation for the songs if I'm not just cranking through them like a boss. It makes it a little bit more fun to just try different things. And so, in all honesty, I give you a hard time, Max, because I've talked to you a bit. I do appreciate this stuff. So thank you for sending me this odd music, and I will never like Melt Banana. That's my final one. Later, everybody. I'll talk to you all soon.